What's up YouTube? Today we're going right into an unlimited OP death machine glitch. First thing to do is go into your settings, hit network, and uncheck connect to the internet. Once this is done, we start off the Black Ops 3 game, and while we're waiting for this to load up, I want to make it clear that this glitch can be done in any single map that you desire. It can be activated whenever and however many times, as long as you do whatever I do. The whole process starts off by glitching out a custom variant in your weapons, and when inside the map you just pack punch the weapon and it will glitch out, and anytime you pick up a death machine drop, this weapon will remain unlimited death machine. The only thing to remember is that the gun slot you must do this in by buying with the Shiva or whatever in your first one. So your starting pistol, the M1911 or the MR6, you can still do this even if you start with the RK5 as well, but you just have to use the glitch weapon on the starting pistol. You can have other weapons. I'll show you by doing the Easter egg glitch. The only caveat is that none of the other weapons other than the glitch weapon like the Shiva, Kuda, or Vespa can be pack a punch. So once you're in, you hit before you go online, you just turn on your internet right back on, and then you go to play online. Once you hit play online, you want to back out and hit your options on your PS3, or just get into the main menu for Xbox. So once you're here, you're just gonna wait a little bit, and as you see in just a moment, we'll see like a flash. The flash of the screen is just gonna indicate, as you see on the bottom left corner now, you can hit X and they'll take you to actually connect to the online services. So now we're just waiting and waiting, and once it gets us into the game, it's all glitched out, and we want to hit X with our first controller again to go into the zombies. So this is where the interesting part comes in. Now once you go into the zombies, you want to use your second controller and activate this. In this case, I just go ahead, turn on and hit X to play so I can get myself into the lobby, and with the second controller you want to go into the private game. So once you're in the private game, with that same controller, you want to go into the weapon kits, hit X on that, and then go over to secondaries and hit X on the Bowie knife. Once you've done that, now you go back to your first controller and hit X. Then you jump back to your second controller and hit circle or back 3 to 4 times until you get to the gunsmith screen. And with that same second controller, then you hit X one more time, which takes you to the weapon kit screen, and you hit X on the Bowie knife once more. So you go to secondaries, hit X on the Bowie knife, and you'll see it's now glitched out. So we now jump onto our first controller and we create a variant. So I'm gonna show you a quick variant with the Shiva. We're gonna go into the Shiva, we're gonna create variant, and then we're just gonna enter any name that you want. In this case, I can type in death machine, DM. So once you go ahead and do this, just so you know, this is the exact variant that I'm working with, you hit confirm, and you can even put an optic or anything, but you have to put these attachments in order. It starts with the quick draw. After that, we move over and we have to equip a suppressor. Then we go ahead and we equip the FMJ. Then we go and equip extended mag, and then we equip rapid fire. Once we do this, you can back out and create your variant, you save, and as you see here, I have 2 variants. One is from the one that I already had and the one I just did right now. So you want to only have one. If you have another variant, just delete it, and this is the only variant that you want to keep. So once you're done with this, you want to use both of your controllers, hitting circle on either one until you get back all the way into the main menu. But in this case, I'm just going to quickly show you that I do have all the other variants for the other weapons for this. So you can do it with the Kuda, you can do it with the Vesper, and you can do it for the Shiva, as you saw. So you don't have to do all 3, just do it whatever you'd like. So now we're gonna go ahead and try to back out, hitting X on either one, whichever one responds the best. So you just gonna go all the way back, and at this point you can just use your first controller, hit all the way back, leave the party, and then we're gonna go back to this screen. At this point, now we're just gonna hit the PlayStation button and we're gonna close the application. So now your gun is glitched out and we can jump into the actual game. You don't have to edit this ever again, so don't ever mess with your variants on those weapons that you glitched out. You can keep this forever. And a smart thing to do if you're not prestige and you want to keep prestiging, because when you do prestige, it does have to remove all your variants, because you basically have to attach all your equipments again, you can use one of your unlock tokens in order to, unlock one of these weapons, and then you can have unlimited death machine without having to do this glitch all over again. But if you're already, master prestige, like in this account, you have nothing to worry about as long as you don't mess the variants again. So there are a couple gobble-gums I would like to recommend in order to easily get the glitch to work. As I mentioned before, wall power is great if you just want to, in the middle of a game or even in the beginning, pack a punch your gun immediately. You can just pack a punch it as usual as well, and then just check a grenade for your gun to pop up. Luckily in this game, in order to demonstrate, I just got wall power right away, so I'm just gonna get my money in order to get the Shiva that I need. As you can see, I have the RK5 and I start with it. You swap and use your MR6, you buy it right off, and you can see if I try to like walk or run a little bit, it does seem glitched out. So the next step is you could just try to get your death machine gobble-gum. In this case, I have luckily got the death machine, the legit death machine. You can use raindrop or any other ones. I will have some later in the video describing all the different gobble-gums. So as you can see here, I got my gun, it's glitched out, and this kind of would be the screen of what you would see as if you pack a punched it normally. The gun just disappears. So what you gotta do is you start your thing, you throw a grenade, and it pops your gun back on, and then you just walk right through it. So you're gonna have this death machine like for a while, like a normal drop. So in this case, I'm just not gonna kill the zombies so the rounds don't continue. So you don't have to. Some people say that you shoot it. No, you can. As you can see right here, I shoot it, I stop. You don't have to keep shooting it. Just wait for this thing to complete, and you'll notice that once it's done, the death machine remains, but in the figure of the Shiva or whatever gun you use, the Vesper. So as you can see here, unlimited death machine, and you can just take it off, as you can see here, and you don't have to like continuously have to shoot it. So if you go through a teleporter or a rift like in Shadows of Evil, or any situation or cutscene or something that will take away your gun, it will remove the death machine. But as you can see here, I went out third round, and then I got Perkaholic. You can do whatever you want. You can just start doing an Easter egg. As long as this part's done, you can either do it early on like I did now, or you can go ahead and do it later on in the rounds. So at this point, I'm just gonna go ahead and fast forward this a little bit, just get all the enough points in order to hit the gobble-gum machine again for 1500. As you can see here, now I hit raindrop, and with raindrop, as it's just another way to get the death machine instantly. You go ahead, pop it, throw your grenade, go ahead, boom, you have your death machine. And, just to prove it a little bit that you can go in and out multiple times, get a lot of other stuff, open boxes, hit the square button essentially constantly, or swap guns or whatever, and it's not going to glitch it out. It's not going to stop working as long as you just have that slot still there. You can open doors as you see here, and it's great. So now I'm just going to show you another example of within an actual Easter egg. All I did in this case is I used my initial gun, the MR6. I did that right away. I pack a punch it and got my my Kuda with it right away, and I just held on to it. I just held on to two guns. As you see, I only have Jug as my perk. Hold on to two guns. One of them is a BRM. I didn't pack a punch, as you see there, because when you do, like I mentioned, when you do pack a punch, it doesn't work. So I just hold on to the BRM, and then whenever I decided I need it, I just pop it, and I'm good. As you can see here, it works pretty nicely, and it's a great way to kill the Marwa. So one thing that you can't do, it's a little caveat, is that you can't revive people when you have it activated. So as you can see here, all I did was swap out of the gun into my BRM that's non-pack-a-punch, and I just revived him. And as you see, if I swip back, you can see that guy's like glitching when he's running. So I'm gonna speed this up all again one more time just to show you in the same match. We're close to getting the Easter egg done. They said, hey, let me do it one more time just for the F of it, and there you go. You'll see, okay, not there you go yet, but essentially you'll see that you can whip it out whenever you want, whenever you need it, whatever time, as long as you just still have that pack-a-punch Kuda, Vesper, or Shiva on that first slot for the MR6 or the M1911. You can just keep putting it back and forth, reviving your friends or whatever, and doing Easter egg steps and just keep putting it out as long as you want. So here we go. Like I promised, here is my list of what I believe is the best setup for the death machine, just to be able to rotate and gobble gums and kind of get it almost all the time. So my first thing is obviously perkaholic. You want to have perkaholic, as you noticed earlier in this film. So imagine having death machine, unlimited death machine, which makes you OP already, and then have all the perks. Stamina makes you run fast. You have widow's wine, which makes you impossible to die from. Obviously you can use soda fountain or any of the other lower grade versions if you don't have perkaholic. Next up, raindrop and death machine. Essentially the same exact things. The main purpose for using them is just to be able to spawn a death machine instantly. Perkaholic is also a great one because if you're just playing rounds and you just want to have fun with the death machine, you're just blowing through rounds and can constantly jump in and out of the death machine because it's always dropping one at every single round. And then also wall power, it just makes it a lot easier to just go up to the wall, buy the CUDA or whatever you need and just get it done over with. Obviously, like I mentioned, you can just go ahead and just upgrade it the normal way and use something else for that slot, like a fire cell or anything of that sort. So some other things that you could use instead of power vacuum, obviously, if you're using this death machine glitch in order to do the Easter egg, you can put shopping free instead of power vacuum, or you can put fire cell instead of wall power, or whatever someone has. They can also try to put raindrops or death machines in order to help you just be able to instantly have it if your rotation's out of whack or something. So now that you got in yourself the death machine, hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that bell notifications for any future videos, and leave a comment if you have any questions about the glitch, or leave a comment if you want to suggest any other type of videos you'd like to see in the future, and let me know what round you get to with this one, and enjoy your new glitch. Deuce.